Hello guys, and if you remember where we left off, before we get started with that, if you remember, we were in Lichess and we were doing some how-tos on how Lichess works. So now let's get back to my first sentence. If you remember, we left off in the inbox and talking about the inbox. Next up, the next feature we have is challenging or playing games with each other. So what I'm going to do is I have Sada C chess on a different monitor, okay? And what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be sending a challenge through one, and yeah. So let's get started. So for this reason, since I want to show you guys, first I'm going to challenge Sada C chess, and then I'll do it on the second computer, and you can see how you accept. So first, let's challenge. There's many ways to do it. Sometimes you can hover over the name. First thing, if I refresh, let's just do a quick refresh. Yeah. So what I wanted to do is check that I'm online on the other computer. And one way is to hover over the name, and you get this, and you see the double swords. Also, there's another double swords here. Any of these work because they both are linked to Sada C chess. This one doesn't work because this one's for you. So you'll learn about that pretty quick. So since it's a different player, the button works differently. What it does is now it sends a challenge to Sada C chess. So after that, I can change variant. There's a couple of times. Doesn't matter. What I can also do is change the times. If it's rated or casual. Who's going to be black and who's going to be white. And this middle one is randomized, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm not going to be sending a challenge since, like I said, I want to show you how you accept one too. So what I'm going to do is go on the other place and challenge. Whoops, hold up. So what you also can do is, do you see the magnifying glass? Hold up. This one? You can type in the player's name if you know it in there. And it works in the same manner that did in the inbox. So what I'm going to do is just simply do that. It's going to open up, say real time. It's going to be 5 plus 5 and rated. And it's going to be, it's going to be casual. And it's going to be randomized. So as you can see, as soon as the challenge was sent, it sends the X's, the swords light up with 1. And if you click it, like if I unclick it right now, if you click it, it shows the challenger's name, what's his network going, his rating, the type of game, so like the time, the standard, and this means it's going to be a rapid game. You can accept or decline. Let's just accept. So after you accept, it takes both screens to the game. And yes. So this is a video for the next chapter, but I'm going to be just giving a quick overview. So there, I like to say hello, hi, and good luck. And then white plays his first move. So what you can do is either tap on the piece and go to the second square, the square you want to go, or you can drag it. Either works. So now what I do is go on to the other screen and same method. Here you can see there are a few options like take back. So if I click take back, it sent one. And now let's say my opponent feels good and he wants to give the take back. He gives it. And what happens, it goes back to the last move that I played. So that was the first move. And I can play again. Okay? And it gives back, I believe, time. Not all the time, but it gives back a few seconds. So now black has to play. Okay? And you can see the moves are coming down here and here. There are a few options, like you can reverse the board, I believe, right? Yeah, flip the board. That doesn't give you power over playing it, but you can flip it to see a different perspective. There's, of course, take back. There's draw and resign. So I can, of course, send draw. And let's say the opponent declines. No. So sometimes players don't give it, but they technically should. So let's just say he didn't. You can see here, it says black declines draw. You can also see that the request is gone now. You can only send one draw per move. So I can also resign. So if I click resign, click. And what it does is doesn't ask, because that's not how the game of chess works. Immediately resigns. You have the option of rematching him. Same rules. But mostly what would happen if I kept it at random, I would become black and he would become white. Of course, when you hit rematch, both players have to accept. You can also analyze the board, and yes. So these are the features. I hope you liked today's video on how to challenge somebody in Lichess.